In the last year, Spring Insight has changed a lot. As we've become more engaged with generative AI optimization, we've really seen how our work has changed and how we have grown, and we're doing really interesting things. So today I'm going to talk with my project manager about what these changes look like and what it means for our clients. When we first started talking about generative AI optimization internally, which I think is just coming on a year right about now, did you have any idea how deeply we would end up falling down this rabbit hole and how fundamentally it would change the way that we did our work?
No, I didn't. But, I feel like we were well poised. We've always had an interest in kind of what we refer to as technical SEO and kind of those works from a technical perspective that we could do to increase SEO measures. So now as AI visibility and GAIO have increased all of those things, we are just in a very neat and interesting position to evolve our work in that area. It's been really interesting.
I think one of the things that I realized but didn't realize was just how many things it touches. So, obviously you kind of get a sense when you start talking about it on an abstract level that it's not just on the technical side, it's not just on the content side, it's on both. But it has very long fingers and touches lots of things. What does learning about generative AI optimization actually look like? What does that look like inside of our team? I'm laughing because I know the answer to that.
Yeah, everything, right? We're learning, reading, testing tools, trying things, comparing results, pretty much like we do in the entire field, right? Everything is changing and it's always about learning and being malleable and agile to go with it.
You went so much more high level. To me, the answer to that question is it looks like a very active Slack channel. It looks like sort of this constant back and forth of, hey, I just read this. Are you thinking about this, et cetera, and a lot of conversations with the various AI assistants.
Definitely. And listening to conversations, but also recognizing like lots of things are new and evolving, but because you and I, Spring Insight, we've been doing this so long, we have such institutional knowledge and such foundational knowledge, it really puts us in a unique spot to put everything together and make very, very powerful strategic websites.
From your perspective, managing projects, how has this learning mindset changed the way we approach marketing work?
Always, it's user experience first, right? Absolutely. It's user experience first. We want the content that people want to see. But part of that includes making the search engines, making AI happy, and finding our content rich and fulfilling for those user searches so that it is presented to our user. So I think how our work is evolving with it is we put a lot of thought into strategy to begin with, but we put even more in the beginning and getting those foundational pieces together and getting those right. And particularly, and beyond the scope of our conversation today, we'll have to have another talk, but entity mapping and understanding entities and understanding their relationship with great purpose and intent as we move forward, whether that's in a marketing perspective, writing content for them, creating social posts, and or creating a website for them, like all of those things. It's just adding an even, what I think is making an even stronger foundation as we begin all of our projects.
I agree. And I'm gonna ask the next question, but I'm gonna actually start to answer it first, which is the next question was, is there any one thing that's your favorite generative AI related learning? I think one of our strengths organizationally has always been overall strategy of working with organizations. We have been told many times from businesses, they've got to know their business better by working with us because we're really good at sort of pulling things out and contextualizing things. I mean, that's just where we specialize. And I think this, more so than I had thought in the beginning, becomes a tool in that arsenal. So it's not just good for generative AI optimization as its own piece, but it becomes another part of the process, another tool in really helping organizations understand themselves, which is beneficial not just for this part, for this.
I think one of the most surprising things about as we get into this work is how much it returns in a sense to traditional marketing, in that It's no longer I can just pick out a bunch of keywords and throw them up on the website and put it in your domain name and someone's going to find you. It's not just about your digital presence, right? It's about your LinkedIn profile. It's about your Facebook company page. It's about those posts you make on Instagram or TikTok, or even what you're writing for your local Rotary organization or any of those things. That's the biggest surprise, that even though as we become more techie, more digital, it falls back on those foundations, that it's really about your total reputation and your organization's total perception, and not just in the digital realm necessarily. The other areas influence it as well.
What advice would you give organizations that are trying to keep up with changes like this?
I think the easiest way to approach that really would be to do an audit, right? You can get either with Spring Insight, or there are other places that do them as well. Get a GAIO audit, get an AI visibility audit, and it identifies those areas in your website that perhaps are unclear to the algorithms, but possibly to users too. And I encourage any business organization that's had a website around for a while or just been doing what they've been doing, is something we see. You get so lost in what you're doing and so focused on your doing that your user groups, your personas, and the AI visibility engines as well, right, may not see it as clearly as you do. So I think there's always value in stepping back and looking at things with a fresh eyes that aren't your own, right? Because we're muddied by everything that we know. And then you can have a clear landscape from there. It might just be simply augmenting content or reevaluating content, or something we're doing with one of our dearest clients right now is considering revising our keywords, right, to alter our business.
This, like many things, it's always evolving. None of us have the final playbook. It's been very interesting as we've been doing this work, that the work that we do changes regularly. So I think what matters really is building a team and a process that can continue to iterate and continue to change and keep you learning while everything changes. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. If you enjoyed this topic, like it, write a comment, and do subscribe to our channel. It obviously helps people find it and it makes you aware of when we create new content. If you listen to this and you're thinking, what is this generative AI optimization stuff? I want to know more, and I want to know more about it from my site. Go to our website, springinsight.com, and sign up for a consultation, and we will run a quick audit for you.